So if I argue, and I do, that it's false to say that choice equals freedom, if I say that that's false, then I have to give an alternative account of what freedom actually is, right? Well, why is it false to say that? Well, it could arguably be the case that manufacturers of products want you to believe that freedom is expressed in choice, because insofar as I choose a product, they make money, right? So if there's a product here, and there's a product here, and here I am at the intersection trying to decide, do I buy the HD DVD or the Blu-ray? Do I buy the LCD or the plasma? Do I buy the VCR or the Laserdisc? And so on, and so on, and so on. As the population makes choices, usually what happens is the majority of the people make a choice, then this one goes defunct, right? And then this becomes the staple, and so on, and so on, and so on. And we think that we're free to choose, but what ends up happening is that the manufacturers of this product beat out the manufacturers of this product. These people's profit margins increase, these people go out of business. That has nothing to do with me being free, right? That has nothing, that's bureaucratic business talk. Well, here's what I think really is freedom. If you are in the grocery store and you notice that there isn't any chocolate flavored popcorn ice cream, there isn't any popcorn ice cream, then you take it upon yourself to make popcorn ice cream. And you don't do it with the intention of selling the product. It's not that the product is there to be consumed and it's to be for sale. It's that you've created something. You've brought something into existence that prior to your existence wasn't in existence, if that makes sense, right? So how does this look? All this really is, right, and I don't want you to think a business model anymore. So imagine that this is my, I'll make a bigger head. Imagine that this is my head, and that probably is actually the size of my head. And imagine that this is the idea that I have. And here's the external world, and that's my eye, and that's my face. What I want to do is I want to take that idea in my mind, and I want to bring that idea into reality. This act is not an act of choice. This act is an act of creation. This act is an act of creation. It's what business people do every day, but it's what so few of us do because we view ourselves as consumers. All we do day in and day out, from the time the sun goes up to the time the sun sets, is buy stuff, is eat stuff, is consume, consume, consume. And very few of us actually get in the process of creating, of producing. So in this brief lecture, I just wanted to say that freedom does not equal choice. I would say that freedom equals creation. I think that freedom equals creation. It's the ability to produce something. It's something that never existed before, that without your contribution wouldn't have existed. And that's power. It's very, very powerful, right? It's recognizing what it really means to be free. And as corny and as cliche as it sounds, if you've never written a poem, you should write one. If you've never if you've always wanted to learn to play the guitar and you haven't had the time, you should learn how to do it. If you've been trying to learn a foreign language and you have the ability and the desire to go out and do it, do it. If you've got an idea in your mind that you think might make the world a little bit better place to live in, then go out and get something done, because that's the only way that you really are free, right? It would be tragic to be on your deathbed years from now, or maybe only a few days from now, or maybe you're on your deathbed right now, and to have looked back on your life and to think, wow, I didn't really produce anything, I didn't create anything, I just spent my whole life buying crap. And you'd be surrounded and in tuned with all the stuff that you got, but you never really contributed anything. And doing it for profit is fine, there's nothing wrong with it, but doing it just out of the sheer love of bringing it into existence is definitely what it's all about. With that, I'm Dr. Jason J. Campbell, and thanks for watching my video.